Oh, what's up everyone? Welcome back to the channel. I definitely hit something back here. Welcome on back to the channel. Thank you guys for being here. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're feeling good. Let's move on in the planets. We're going to move on into the next movement of this particular suite. That is going to be Uranus the Magician. Stop. We're not in 4th grade. We're not school children. We don't need to laugh at Uranus. Even if your wife is. Let's go ahead and get into the track. We'll talk about it after. Let's go. This would go wonderfully with a magic act. Has some big magic to it. That's so big. That's deep. It's a big procession. I like the little elemental percussions happening as well. That's what the composers do. The conductor, they shut it down. Comes back. It's like this reoccurring clown in the music. Like you can just barely hear like maybe a harp or something plucking in the background at the ending there. This was really interesting because this had so many different parts going on for it. It was massive, and I mean like huge in certain moments, and then brought down to more subtle, very playful moments as well, which kind of makes sense with its subtitle, the Magician. You know, so you're expecting showiness, you're expecting drama, theatrics, and you have a lot of that here in Uranus, which is just very explosive. I mean, like, there's just so many things going on in so many different directions, and there's a lot of interesting musical ideas that are happening at same times, different times. I love how heavy it is, especially with the timpani. I had to think the drums were called for a second. The extra percussion that's used, like, I don't know, not shakers, but probably something like that rattling. And it just kind of moves this procession, this march along. It kind of reminds me of like a circus that you would be watching with all these different acts performing sometimes at the same time, sometimes at different times, and then a spotlight would be shown perhaps on a trapeze act, and then a certain swing would begin. So the music has so many different ideas that are happening, and I think that it's really cool how they're all put together because you can really, at least for me, you can really imagine these circus performers or these performers in general just performing, doing their particular talent, their act, and then moving on. Like, it's just really cool to listen to. Now, I do see here that it's described as a clumsy dance, which gradually gets more and more out of hand. Until, with what seems like a magic wand, all is abruptly swept away into the far distance. And at the very end, it does sound like what you can hear, I would imagine, as probably a harp or something playing a few notes there as everything ends. It says that it is the movement, which begins with what Short calls a tremendous four-note brass motif, is marked allegro, which I think means fast. In 6/4, the music proceeds in a series of merry pranks with occasional interjections in 9/4. That's kind of interesting, the way the quote there, a series of merry pranks. That's just so cool how the music captures the ideas here and captures them in a wordless way, so a lot of it is still kind of left up to interpretation by the listener and the audience. Great track. Good piece of the movement, or the good movement of the... Let me know what you guys thought of it. You can let me know in the comments down below. You can follow me on Twitter. You can support the channel on Patreon. Thank you so much for being here. Have a wonderful day, guys. Bye.